Hello, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, anything in between. Oh, I'm doubling. Oh, wait. Stop. Make it stop. Okay, there we go. I hadn't unmuted my desktop audio, so you folks didn't have to deal with any of the doubling, but that was really disconcerting. I mean, who wants to hear Bane speak, really? Ugh, this guy. Alright, so we have a special stream for you fine folks today. It's You Don't Know Jack. Now, if you don't know You Don't Know Jack, You Don't Know Jack is at least initially, was a trivia game, and it has had numerous releases over the years, but this was its star. It was its first foray into existence. And, well, let's just say that it's an acquired taste. It is a interesting beast that has kind of like wry, witty humor behind it, and some cheap call shots as well. If you're American and you are a fan of like American sitcom humor and that sort of thing, you'll probably feel right at home here. Unfortunately, if you are not American, I have bad news for you. A lot of these questions are going to be very Americanized, because the first, You Don't Know Jack, was basically designed for American audiences. Now, Jake isn't here to ask his usual spiel, and I'll unpause this and we can start actually playing the game in just a moment. But Jake often likes to know, like, why does someone join the marathon? And I've already said that in my previous stream. But he also asks, why this game? You Don't Know Jack has a special place in my heart. I had a pretty good friend, probably my only friend initially in high school, who used to invite me around to his house and we'd play PC games together. And it was fantastic. And one of them that he had was You Don't Know Jack. And we were both absolutely atrocious at it. As you'll see soon, being a teenager trying to answer these questions is basically pointless. But you know, we giggled at the humor, we enjoyed the overall experience, and we used to take turns and play the multiplayer. So yeah, it has a warm, funny place in my heart for that. But to say it's a good game, well, let's not go that far. Alright, I think I've got the volume right, but I'm pretty bad at getting the volume right, so please let me know in a few seconds if You Don't Know Jack is a little loud.
Okay, let's make sure the podiums are firmly bolted to the floor this time.
Gotcha, baby.
Great.
Hi, my name's Raul. It's nice to meet ya. Tell me how many people are playing the game.
Number 3 and a hell of a lot less limp out of you, alright?
Hey, nap time's over. How many people are playing?
I was voting.
Playing with all your friends, huh?
You know, I could get
Moving along, you want 7 or 21 questions?
So we're going to play 21 questions. Of course, you do need to actually be able
You
to
don't know what
hear
you want, I'll tell
the...
you what you want. You want a 21 question game.
There we go.
Okay, when you know an answer, buzz in. If you don't, don't. But if you buzz, you only got a few seconds to pick one of the choices or you're gonna lose cash, okay? Alright. Think again.
Let's see if I can actually lower the volume in the game itself, because you're in 2 hours, I believe, does that? Yeah, this is a 2-hour slot. Does that work for you? This can be a 1-hour slot. It doesn't need to be a 2-hour slot, but then you'll need to make sure that your game lasts long enough in the other slot. I am not super familiar with this emulator yet. It's a new emulator for me. So, oh, here we go. Audio settings. Let's drop that output volume to about here. Let's see if that works.
Consider it this. These are gonna be your buzzers. Then you
Did that even lower anything? That didn't feel like it lowered anything. It should have. Let's lower it to something like 10% and see if that worked.
make your answer.
Okay, yeah, no, it totally lowered stuff. Alright. Let's drag that back up to... What is it with emulators and just, like, their volumes are just not consistent at all. Alright, let's go with that.
Buttons here. Got it? Good.
10 seconds.
Take it to black.
9.
Here we go.
8. 7.
Graphics ready
6,
to roll. Bring up the
5,
logo.
4. 3.
Heavenly Critters Pet Cemetery. For those times when your love doesn't fit in a shoebox.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Welcome to Jack. Just you and me tonight, huh? None of your friends want to get together, so why not hang out with the game show host? Really, thanks for thinking of me. Hey, all by yourself today? Okay, let's see if you can fill up that seat next to you with some cash. Let's rock. I need a category.
Alright, so we get to choose a category. Now, if we don't choose a category, I think the game chooses a category for us. We'll let it idle for a second and see if the game chooses something for us. Now, I've got 2 hours of this game.
Enjoy your nap?
Oh, see, there we go. Yeah, we don't have enough time for chat to have a fairly
category,
decent
when your
impact.
general's a pregnant amnesia victim. $2,000 for a correct answer. Put it in gear, 'cause here we go. Say CBS pits the young and the restless against the bold and the beautiful in a huge soap war. Because it's also a famous book about war, what could they name the battle? The cold and the hungry, the mortal and the mighty, the naked and the dead, or the Nazis and the not-so-nasties?
I'm gonna go with the naked and the dead.
Norman Mailer wrote The Naked and the Dead about World War II soldiers in the Pacific. And you know, I read the book and I saw the movie, and the only nudity was with the dead people. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, so You Don't Know Jack is effectively the
All right,
precursor
hit me.
to the Jackbox series of games, indeed. Well, let's do the literature with legroom.
Coming at you, literature with legroom. $2,000 says you don't know this one. Let's see if you can wrap your head around this. Which title would most likely have been written by the author Victor Hugo? On the Roadster, The Hatchback of Notre Dame, A Tale of Two Chevys, or The Last of the Mopeds?
Let's try the Hatchback of Notre Dame.
Victor Hugo wrote The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and the Hugo
Yeah.
is a crappy compact car. And quite frankly, I'd much rather see that story turned into a car than some lame-ass animated feature.
But yeah, chat, I'll let you put a thing in, and if you don't put a thing in time, then I'll just pick for you. Well, the game will pick for you. So let's go. I'll take the first from either chat. Doesn't really matter which one. Triangle. There we go. Hold it right there, fat man.
Let's see what we got going. Hold it right there, fat man. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. Heads up, here it comes. If you wanted to press charges against Santa Claus, with what type of crime would the jolly old elf most likely be charged? A felony, a petty offense, a misdemeanor, or a do-over?
Wow. Is like breaking B&E, right? It's a felony offense, isn't it? I think it
If
is.
Santa committed an act of burglary, it might be a felony. Or if he forgot to clean up the reindeer crap on your roof. Should have picked this. Though it varies from locale to locale, Santa would probably be brought up on charges of trespassing or unlawful entry, which typically are misdemeanors.
Okay, fat boy, put your hands up where I can see them. But officer, I was.
Yeah,
only
I'll
delivering
answer the
toys to
questions.
children. Shut up, bitch! Oh no!
I'll answer the questions, but I'll let chat decide which category we're going to be going for, so... Circle. You just liked it because it had erotica in the name, Shadow.
And this one is Domesterotica, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Let's see how you handle this one. If you catch a soft porn flick on Cinemax called Latent Heat, which of these scenes will you most likely see? Donna D'Errico in a greenhouse, Shannon Tweed lighting the pilot, Anna Nicole Smith boiling water, or Tracy Lords digesting bread?
I think digesting bread, right? Because, like, the latent heat from the form of digesting bread.
Tracy Lords digesting bread? No, that's latent wheat.
Oh, see, I got it wrong.
Here's
I don't know what
what
latent
you
heat
should
is.
have picked. Latent heat is the energy involved when substances change states, like water to vapor.
Course.
And I bet you've boiled water in front of your mother, haven't you? You're disgusting. Okay, I need a category. Well, what do we have here? You're a big dumb oaf. You get this one right and it's $3,000. I don't know about you, but it makes me proud that I live in a country in which our president can openly admit to past adulterous behavior. On that note, which of these words
Wow, I didn't
is
think that would still be
included in the
relevant.
presidential oath of office? Committed, faithfully, dedication, or fellatio?
Faithfully, if memory serves.
The word faithfully is indeed in the presidential oath of office. But it has nothing to do with adultery, just something unimportant like faithfully executing the office of President of the United States, or, you know, some crap like that. I need a category. Well, looks like this category is, what's up, my Chinese homie? And you're playing for $3,000 cash money. All right, we've all heard the phrase, you the man! But what if this same slang was actually used thousands of years ago? How might someone have greeted the founder of China's legendary Shah dynasty? You the great! You the conqueror! You the bold! Or, you bad!
I'll pretend like I know anything to do with this. Also, is that someone irking up behind me?
You the Great was responsible for founding the legendary Shah dynasty in China.
You right over there, Cat?
Incidentally,
Okay.
the chopsticks were invented
Enjoy
by a
this sound
lesser-known
effect.
Chinese leader named Me the Moron. All right, hit me. This one's called Tips for the Insult Challenged. You give me a right answer, I give you $3,000. Flex
Oh
those
no,
fingers,
just like
'cause
last
here
time
it
I
comes.
streamed, the cat has woken
If you
up.
have no proprioception, which of the following will you most likely hear? A blind man could see better than you. You'd lose a battle of the wits with a rock. You couldn't find your ass with both hands. Or are you mute or just really boring?
I think is it proprioception a blind thing? Okay, I don't know. Okay, the cat just sat on the keyboard. Look, cat, I know you think you're being wonderful, but you are not. I know, just like last time we streamed, I have to take the kitty out of the room. I know, it's the worst thing in the world. People don't like it when I'm mean to you for some reason. I don't get it. What they really want to see is they want to see the ridiculous snuggling position that you take up every time you jump up on the table. But alas, this is not that time. Come on, kitty cat. Oh. Oh. Come on, Ollie. Come on. Alright, let's try that again. It's nice to know that space is pause in this emulator, because that is indeed what the kitty cat hit. Proprioception. Yeah, let's do the blind
Even
thing.
a blind man would have a 1 in 4 chance of getting this right. Bet you wish you'd pick this. Proprioception is the ability to know where each part of your body is in relation to the rest of you. So not only will people constantly insult you, you won't have enough coordination to beat them up. Gee, that's rough. Spaz. Okay, pick a category.
We'll call it a date if you can answer question 8.
For your enjoyment, the Pope is the towel boy. This one can net you $1,000. Hope you brought your suit. It's time to get wet. Given his place in the Roman Catholic hierarchy, John the Baptist would most likely play professional sports for which team? The Anaheim Angels, the New Jersey Devils, the St. Louis Cardinals, or the New Orleans Saints?
I have no idea. No idea. Let's just go for Cardinals.
No, not a Cardinal. Too bad, too. They wear those cool red caps. For the curious, here's the right answer. He's best known as St. John the Baptist. Too bad it's a football team because he's known for his dunking. Category, please.
Aloha, question number 9.
And I believe this one's called, is he related to Wang Chung? And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. All right, time for a quick grammar refresher. Oh, don't you just love those grammar refreshers? They smell just like pine. Anyway, pay attention to this. Wang Lo, the dancing Chinese chimpanzee, enjoyed a banana. Which of these words contains a schwa sound? Wang Lo, Chinese, chimpanzee, or banana?
I don't know.
Nobody picks that one. Duh. The schwa sound is the sound in the word banana, which actually has 2 schwa sounds in it. Ba, nan, up. Okay, I need a category. Oh, come on! It's just a category. Okay, now everybody strapped in, safe and secure? Good, because it's time for a 3-way.
Alright, so this is one of the various, slightly different kind of questions that the game throws your way.
Okay, listen up. This is pretty simple. You're gonna see a 3-way like this one. When the correct 3-way member is lit up, buzz in. If you make a match, you pocket $1,000. But be careful, if you don't make a correct match, you'll lose some cash every time you're wrong. Alright, time to boogie. This 3-way is known as the youngest one in curls, which means we're doing a 3-way about the Bradys, Marcia, Jan, and Cindy. Okay,
Great.
hand on your
I'm
buzzer.
sure I will
Here's
do
your 3-way.
fantastically at this. Marsha sounds like a tattletale. What's the buzzer button? Okay, that's the buzzer button. Sure, I know the answer to this. Apparently I do know the answer to this. Oh, okay. No? Cindy again? Oh. Well, I guess that means it's Jan. Not Marsha. Not Cindy. Alright, it's Jan again. Why does it have to keep being Jan? Yeah, I finally got Marsha right. Looks like Aunt Jenny. Is it Jan again? There we go.
Okay, the party's over. Time to collect the empties and count our money.
Oh yeah, loads of it.
Call in the middle of that
Loads
one?
of it,
Let's see what
Cynthia.
this lousy performance does to your score. That's it for round 1. Let's go to round 2. Now remember, everything in round 2 is worth double, so heads up. I need a category.
Don't look now. It's question 11.
This category is known as saving the earth then blowing it up. Think you can handle $6,001 bills? No. Okay, listen up. Like any good chemist, you like to keep your elements tidy and recycle. Based on their abbreviations in the periodic table, you keep your boron in an old vitamin B bottle and your carbon in a used high-C can. Under the same system, what will you also have? Quinine in a Q-tips package, hydrogen in a preparation H container, krypton in a special K box, or magnesium in an M&M's wrapper.
Isn't hydrogen H? Yeah, H2O, right?
H is the abbreviation for hydrogen, so you'd keep it in the preparation H container. Oddly enough, you'd keep your tungsten in a compound W bottle.
Indeed, Shadow.
Not your tongue, Stan, your tungsten.
Oh.
All right, hit me.
I'm getting a reading of 12. Over.
May I introduce Palm? Oh, get it right. I'm handing over 2K. Think fast. Where does the Cannes Film Festival take place? Cannes, Spain, Italy, or in the Cannes?
Italy?
Italy? You're getting the boot for that.
Okay. Spain? Not that I get a second
Take a look at the
chance.
right answer.
Oh.
The Cannes Film Festival is in Cannes, as in, yes, I can make a crappy movie and make people think it's art.
Oh. I'm good at this game.
Okay,
It's
pick a
fine.
category.
The cat desperately wants back in the room.
Swing your partner 1 and 3. A do-si-do for the big 13.
Say hello to Kiss Me, just because. Better wake up, there's 6,000
No, it doesn't
bucks
scratch
at
on the door,
stake.
but we've got like
Let's
bifold
rock.
doors, so it tries to open
Say
them.
you're at a baseball game. If Morgana the Kissing Bandit's lesser-known rival Fata Morgana makes an appearance, what can you expect to see? A stone column obstructing home plate, fairy castles floating above the pitcher, a swarm of bees attacking spectators, or angels tormenting the outfielders?
Well, this is gonna just be a completely random thing. Let's do stone columns.
Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer. Fata Morgana is what the Italians call a famous mirage first seen in the city of Messina, which makes it appear as though castles are floating in the clouds. Of course, if the Fata Morgana does show up, there's going to be a lot of disappointed fans wishing they'd seen some enormous breasts floating in the clouds instead.
Tarkin, don't lie.
Category, please.
Come on.
Open wide and get ready for penny for your thoughts. This one can net you $6,000. Hey, you know that sculpture, The Thinker, where the guy's, well, thinking? Based upon the literary work that The Thinker was made to illustrate, which thought would best describe what The Thinker is thinking? Gosh, what are the circles of hell like? Wonder if Lady Chatterley digs me. Maybe I should have skipped Eve's apple. Or, how long is this damn Odyssey gonna last?
So circle or X, right? I don't think it's based on Dante. So
You know,
let's
it's
go
funny,
with that.
but we're actually looking for the correct answer. Think on this.
Oh, it is
Dan
Dante.
based a series of Gates of Hell
Great.
sculptures, including the Thinker, upon Dante's Inferno. If he's thinking of hell, don't you think he'd look a little more, I don't know, agitated?
So yeah, we got a nice positive
Okay,
score going.
I need a
It's fantastic.
category.
Let's keep it going because we've got to get a positive score to have completed to consider having won this game.
Well, wouldn't you know?
Oh,
it, we got
I'm definitely
ourselves
playing
a
myself
deserved
a
question.
full 2 hours, regardless of whether or not I win one.
This dis or dat's category name is, but that soup is forbidden. Okay, listen up. I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one you need to tell me if it's a delicious type of soup or an exotic dance. If the word refers to a soup, hit that square button. If it refers to a dance, give the circle a squeeze, and press the triangle button if you want to skip. I'll give you $1,000 for a right answer, but $1,000 off for each one you miss or any that you just don't get to. Okay, give me 30 seconds on the clock. And we're off. Bisque. Fandango. Minestrone.
Soup.
Minuet.
Soup.
Mambo.
Dance.
Gumbo.
Soup.
Last one. Gazpacho.
Soup. Almost
6 out of
perfect.
7. Good day at the plate, batter. Let's check out your new average. Didn't have that before, did you? All right, let's move on. I need a category. Pucker up for diapers, a rattle, and a universe to rule. Hello, we're talking $6 grand, so pay attention. Put your tray in the upright position. It's time for takeoff. Which of the following would have been the most helpful to the doctor who delivered the goddess Aphrodite? A helicopter and a parachute, a snorkel and flippers, a helmet and elbow pads, or a jack and some motor oil?
I don't know. Sure.
Survey says... Should have picked this. Aphrodite was born out of sea foam, so a snorkel and some flippers would come in quite handy. Here she comes, here she comes!
God no, Shadow. God no. Hey, if you want it, put it on the long play marbles.
Alright.
And that's correct, Cynthia. Really, a sports question, Shadow? Are you just wanting to see me lose?
Okay, give it up for Rough, Tough, and In the Bluffs. One right answer and $6,000 head your way. Hey, have you ever seen those hilarious co-ed naked sports shirts? I love them. Suppose Native American players of Bagataway had wanted a co-ed naked shirt for their sport. Because this sport descended from Bagataway, which shirt would be best? Co-ed naked lacrosse, co-ed naked bowling,
I guess
co-ed
golf.
naked
It sounds
golf,
kind of
co-ed naked
Scottish.
Soccer. That's a good one. Here's what you should have picked. Bagataway begat the modern version of lacrosse. I don't know. I'd be wary of playing any sport naked that has the words bag and away in its name. Okay, pick a category.
Well, I gotta make it. I gotta make clips for folks somehow.
Now serving, suck who? Set up straight, this one's worth $6,000. Just step up and take a swing at this one. Suppose a movie is made in honor of the Jewish holiday Sukkot called I'm Gonna Get You, Sukkah. What would most likely be the plot of this movie? A candlestick fights neighborhood gangs, a pine hut breaks up a drug ring, a wine cup infiltrates a prostitution ring, or an unleavened bread topples a
Let's do
corn
unleavened
syndicate?
bread.
You mean like matzah? Natsa.
Wow, I'm doing well.
The correct answer
Doing
is...
well.
During the harvest festival of Sukkot, it's customary to hold a feast in a hut built with pine branches and fruit. Personally, I can think of a number of rabbis who would make great action heroes.
Mazel tov, you bastards!
Category, please.
Slowly bankrupting Bane. It certainly feels that way. Oh, sorry, Cynthia. I looked away for a second, and when I looked back, I saw a square. My apologies.
The selection is Family Ties Latin Style. How does $4,000 grab you? Okay, TV fans and really old Roman people, get ready to complete this analogy of ancient Roman gods and warm-hearted comedy. Jupiter is to Minerva as Stephen Keaton is to Jennifer Keaton, Alex Keaton is to Mallory Keaton, Stephen Keaton is to Elise Keaton, or Skippy Handelman is
I don't
to
know
Mallory
any of these people. Who are these people? Mallory's on there twice, Steven's on there twice. That doesn't help me. Let's just go there.
Doesn't get any wronger than this. See, now, I could have given you some cash if you pick this. It's a father-daughter thing, but you'd never think of Tina Yothers as the goddess of wisdom, especially if you saw her made-for-TV movie, Laker Girls.
Yeah, you have to gift me one sub
Okay,
per
I'm
1,000 I'm in the
category.
negative. That's how it works. You gotta give me it as a consolation prize.
So many choices, so little time.
Question number 20.
Shake hands with. I wouldn't send Snoopy out on a night like this. Think you can handle $6,001 bills? Put it in gear, 'cause here we go. Considering the shirt he's always seen in, what type of weather pattern is most likely moving across Charlie Brown's chest? A cold front, a stationary front, an occluded front, or a warm front?
So his shirt is kind of like a billowy cloud, right? So I guess that would be an occluded front.
Bet you wish you'd pick this. Those zigzag triangles on Charlie Brown's shirt are like the symbol weathermen use for a cold front. And that little hair on his head, I think that means partly cloudy.
Targanex is asking questions that no one needs to know the answer to.
Let me show you what I think looks
Have to be a little bit faster than that, folks. Alright. It's time for the 21st question.
Embark on the attack. Hit your buzzer when you see two words on the screen that match. $2,000 if you're right, 2,000 off if you're wrong. It's not so hard as long as you remember this.
Remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. What are you gonna be when you grow up? Yeah, if you grow up, child. Alright, here we go.
So this requires some really careful thought because, like, you want to... You gotta, like... Signet... Oh, Swan, I missed it. Oh, they showed it twice. Sometimes they show it twice, sometimes they don't. Ah, no? Okay, what's it called? Seagull, maybe? Pen, there we go. If I get this wrong, I have to be ashamed of myself.
Very nicely played! Let's see how you affected your final score! That's the game! Player, I'd like to share an interesting statistical fact. If you took 6 chimpanzees and set them up at 6 PlayStations, all of them would get better scores than you. While I'm at it, here's some more trivia for you.
You don't know Jack!
Thanks, Juan.
Nice work, people. Let's get those commercials rolling. And, hey, Raul, can you find out if we're doing another one of these?
First place on an empty scoreboard. Quite an accomplishment. Into your name, Rocky.
Do I have to? Let's add this in.
felt this much pride in ever. Hey, you want to play more trivia? I'm the man to see, all right? Let me know when you're ready.
I don't think we have the time.
Our child could be stupid or socially ungraceful.
Well, not anymore. Now there's ChemiKids, the new parenting alternative for busy, successful people who know what they want in a child.
What is ChemiKids?
ChemiKids is a state-of-the-art offspring generation system that lets you take the controls. Want to raise a Nobel Prize-winning economist? You got it. Heartless corporate shark? Just say the word. You combine the amino acids, you activate the convenient wall socket animator. No messy conception, no Lamaze classes, no adolescent rebellion.
But wait, I cheated my way through biology class. Can I still use ChemiKids?
Detailed instructions are provided, and if you're dissatisfied with the results, simply flush them down the toilet and start over. It's as simple as programming a cell phone. Why, I brought my own little Jimmy along. That's right, Jimmy, back in the box.
We can't wait to be Chemi parents.
ChemiKids, don't just play God, be God.
Hang on. Okay, got it. Let's do it, folks. Woo!
Let's go again. From the top.
All right, hit me. This one likes to go by, put your lips together and it comes out your nose. This one's worth $1,000. Hey, all you philosophers.
Now, if I could get all
out there,
the
get
round
ready
one
for
questions
the
wrong and get all the round two
What's
ones right,
not
I'd be happy.
true about the letter M? It's the code name of James Bond's boss. It begins the names of 8 U.S. states. It's a movie starring Peter Lorre, or it's a chemical element.
I'm gonna go with it's a movie starring Peter Lorre. U.S. states, huh?
For the curious, here's the right answer.
Really?
M does not represent
What's
a chemical
mercury?
element. It also isn't a tasty sandwich. It's not another name for Ziggy. It's never been a brand name for adult diapers. Well,
Yeah,
let's move
Conrad.
on.
This is, it's pretty old. It is
Okay,
pretty damn old.
category.
Oh, HG, you're right, it is. You are correct. Oh. You think you've gotten one up on me on this one, Shadow, but I tell you what.
This little
My
number's
knowledge of
known
the
as
Spice Girls.
What you want, what you really, really want. $1,000 if you get
Mrs.
it.
Bane
Let's
could
see if you
tell
can wrap your
stories,
head
let's
around
just say
this.
that.
Say the Spice Girls add 3 new members to their ranks. If the new members are wise, tasteful, and unexciting, respectively, what spicy name should they be called? Saffron, poppy, and turmeric? Fennel, mint, and dill? Tarragon, shallot, and coriander? Or sage, savory, and vanilla?
Oh, that would be sage, savory, and vanilla.
Sage means wise, savory means tasteful, and vanilla means boring. But you know something? If they want a wise, tasteful, and unexciting spice, they should just ask Martha Stewart to join. Category, please. The category is an older, wiser Macaulay Culkin. How does $2,000 sound? Yeah, sure, a lot of child stars end up in jail, but some go on to better things, like infomercials or Hollywood squares. If Macaulay Culkin decided to take the same route as famous child star Shirley Temple did in her adult life, what would he become? The Los Angeles County District Attorney, a 20th Century Fox movie executive, a housewife, or the U.S. Ambassador to Ghana?
Shirley Temple did any of these?
Shirley Temple got off the good ship Lollipop and served as the ambassador to Ghana from 1974 to 1976, and later to Czechoslovakia from 1989 to 1993.
What do you know?
Mr. Culkin, I appoint you ambassador of Ghana.
I am honored, President Hanson.
It seemed the most ludicrous, so I picked it.
Can't stop at 3, no, you gotta head for, yeah.
Here we have cold-blooded cuisine. $2,000 for a correct answer. Heads up, here it comes. Which of these is an actual place? Frog Lick, Indiana, Snake Slurp, Missouri, Toad Suck, Arkansas, or Tasty Turtle, Tennessee?
Snake Slurp sounds pretty good. Toad Suck might also work.
Snake slurp mo, snake slurp no. Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer.
Yeah, Toad Suck was going to be my second choice.
Not too far from Little Rock, Arkansas. Little Rock and Toad Suck. Hey, I guess if you live in Arkansas, you got to do something to keep yourself amused. I need a category.
I only get the food ones right consistently. Yep. What are you trying to say? I'm fat? It's true. Marvin got in before you, Shadow. What a crazy shenanigan.
The Earth is flat like my head. $1,000 at stake on this one. Okay, the Earth is like a big piece of fruit, right? Kind of like an orange. Hey, bear with me here. This is for cash. Imagine the Earth were split from pole to pole into sections like an orange. Along what lines would you tear apart the Earth's sections? The latitudes, the tropics, the meridians, or the mandarins?
It's gotta be the latitudes, right? Greenwich Mean Time is...
Gosh darn it, I was really rooting
I was
for
like,
you.
Greenwich Mean Time, is that the meridians? Like prime meridians and stuff like that?
This. The
Yeah.
lines that run from pole to pole are called meridians, but those pieces are a little large for a fruit salad. You know, you might just try
So
to
I was
choose some
wrong
Earth.
in both ways, but that's fine.
All right, hit me.
A little early for flat earthers being a thing, I think, Marvin.
Coming at you. Ooh, command me. $3,000 for this one. Let's see how you handle this one. If Moses changed one of the 10 commandments to outlaw phimosis, what would the altered commandment be? Thou shalt have no extra genitals, thou shalt do it again in less than an hour, thou shalt not be unable to get it up, or thou shalt not have abnormally tight foreskins.
Let's try... tight foreskins. No, let's try extra genitals.
You heard what Moses said.
All right. Oh, God!
Here's what
These are
you
the
should have
foreskins.
picked. Phimosis is a disease characterized by an abnormally tight foreskin. It's a good replacement for the 7th commandment, thou shalt seriously consider whether you're the right type of person to wear abnormally tight spandex.
Enjoying this game, Worm?
Pick a category.
Having fun with all your kids? I was trying to let other people come in, Shadow, and everyone else also wanted that. So.
$2,000 says you don't know this one. Okay, maybe you've heard of pentagrams and all that evil voodoo worship stuff, yeah? Well, tell me, if witch doctors declared their love for a pentatonic scale, what would they most likely be worshiping? The belly of a rattlesnake, the keys on a piano, the cracks of a horse stable, or the instrument panel of a gas range?
Keys of a piano? Question mark?
The pentatonic scale is a musical scale with 5 notes to an octave. This explains Liberace. Category, please. Well, mercy me. It looks like a dis or dat question.
Cynthia got it in just a little bit earlier than you did, Marvin and Worm.
The category for this dis or dat is, let's twist her again like we did last summer. Okay, I'm gonna read you 7 names, and for each one I want you to tell me, is it a dance craze or a game? As each one comes up, if it's a dance craze, tap the square button. If it's a game, the circle. And to skip, hit the triangle button. I'll add 500 to your score for a right answer, and you lose 500 for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. Alright, let's put 30 seconds on the clock. Let's dance. Hustle, dance craze. Cross across. Locomotion.
Dance.
Bus stop.
Dance.
Cootie.
Dance.
Dance in the pants.
Game.
One more. Hungry hip.
Game. Alright, we're positive again, going into round
Not
2.
too bad. Let's add your winnings to your total. Nice shooting, Tex. Let's mosey on ahead. Okay, I need a category. And this one is Battle of the Sexists. And we got 3,000 bucks in the pot. Flex those fingers, cause here it comes. Considering the Native American derivation of its name, which of the following slogans might you expect to see on an Illinois license plate? Where
This
the butchery
requires
begins,
knowledge
the
that I do not
land of the
have.
Show me your ass state, or land of superior men. Illinois is a corruption of the word Illiniwek, which means land of the superior men. Land of superior men.
I'm just
would look cool
superior,
on my plate.
so
Not that my Camaro and
I thought,
back
why
off
not?
mud
Let's go
flaps
for
don't
it.
already make it obvious that I'm a bad customer. I need a category. I don't recall excusing you. Okay, make yourself presentable. 'Cause
Sorry,
you're
Cynthia, you
about
got
to
in a
join
little bit too late there.
three-way. Okay, this is simple, but hear me out anyway. You're gonna see a three-way like this one. Go for your buzzer when you see the correct three-way member lit up. If it's the right match, you'll score. But be wary, it'll cost you 1,000 every time you buzz in and you're wrong. So, let's get going. Category for this one is Pop Your Own Magic Dragon. Oh yeah, this three-way is all about that folk rock trio, and I use the term rock
God, no,
very
not
loosely.
again.
Peter, Paul, and Mary.
I don't
Looks
know.
like this is it. Here's your three-way.
Oh, okay. Well, this is kind of okay, right? Because it's got to be one of those two. This could be anything. Alright. That's Peter. No, I wanted it to be Paul, but I pushed it on. Yeah. Hasn't been Paul for a while, so... Jane Fonda's brother, maybe also a Paul. Let's go for it. I was hoping maybe they'd mix it up by doing two in a row. But that's okay. Half Pint Sister. Well, Sister is pretty easy.
Okay, must stop. Can't take it anymore. Let's see how everyone did. Well, the word average comes to mind. Let's check out how your overall score looks.
Nice. In positive still? With enough buffer for 2 wrong questions.
Okay, either you finished round 1 or you have another round to go. You know, depending on how you look at these things. Every question in round 2 is worth twice as much, so we got some serious cash at stake here. Let's get to it. All right, hit me. Well, what do we have here? Well, blow me. Down. Play your cards right, you win 4,000 bucks. Hope you brought your suit. It's time to get wet. Imagine one day Olive Oil confesses to Popeye that she's really extra virgin olive oil. What shocking news did Popeye just receive? She's been pressed at least 3 times, she's distilled in alcohol,
I think she's
she was
extremely low
bottled by
acidity,
monks,
right?
or she has extremely low acidity.
I don't think it's got to do with the amount of times it's been pressed.
Extra virgin olive oil is from top-grade olives that have less than 1% acidity. But don't you think that olive being an extra virgin makes sweet pea an extra
Oh my god, it's
mystery?
another food question I got right.
Okay, pick a category.
Shadow'll never let me live this down.
Well, looks like this category is food courts and bodily fluid. Better wake up, there's $6,000 at stake. Think fast. If your body were a big strip mall, which store would have the most sweat glands for sale? Ear One, Hand and Foot Locker, Walden Butts, or Chest King?
I guess hand and foot, right? Because you sweat a lot out of your feet. Yeah, that would be my guess.
Your palms and soles have more sweat glands than any other part of your body. Yep, even more than Orifice Depot. Category, please. This one's called Those Darn Nazis. And get this one right, you got 4K coming your way. In a lost episode of Hogan's Heroes, Colonel Klink decides to show our lovable crew of ragtag prisoners of war just how tough he can really be. What punishment could Colonel Klink inflict upon Hogan and his men that would be allowable under the Geneva Convention? Burn Publishers' clearinghouse entries, make them wear nothing but the American flag, feed them nothing but Sergeant Schultz's leftovers, or make them work as a German top 40 band?
Feeding them leftovers is probably fine.
Nope, the Geneva Convention guarantees soldiers the right to adequate food. Besides, Schultz doesn't leave any leftovers. In case you're wondering, the
That would have
Geneva
been my
Convention
second guess.
allows prisoners of war to be employed in non-military duties. And besides, I think the world could use another version of 99 Luftballons. Okay, I need a category. Let's finish the game sometime this week. For your enjoyment, kiss me, I'm Italian! And it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Let's rock. Which Roman deity would you expect to have cold sores all over her mouth? Diana, Juno, Venus, or Minerva?
I don't know. Let's go with Minerva.
You should really get that looked at. Let's take a look at the right answer. The word venereal, as in venereal disease, comes from Venus, the Roman goddess of love and beauty. I always thought it was the messenger of the gods, Herpes. Oh wait, he's Greek. I need a category.
"15th floor, lingerie, housewares, and useless trivia."
And I believe this one's called, I prefer calling him attractively challenged. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Put your tray in the upright position, it's time for takeoff. Considering the only crime for which he was convicted, how did Al Capone most likely get the nickname Scarface? Paper cuts from shredded tax forms, backfire from a machine gun, cuts from broken bootleg beer bottles, or burns from torching businesses?
I'm gonna guess the shredded tax forms. I don't know, I've never seen this stuff, so...
Al Capone was convicted and imprisoned for income tax evasion in 1931. It was only a matter of time till he got caught, really, with him counting bullets and bombs as deductions. All right, hit me.
Alright, I'm picking one here for myself.
This category is known as switch hitting for the harem. Get it right, I'm handing over 2K. Okay, here's a bone for the 2 or 3 baseball fans left.
Damn it.
Say Babe Ruth went to the Middle East to coach a baseball team. Considering Babe's famous nickname, how might he have been introduced to the team's owner? Sheik meet the Salim of 714, Sheik meet the Southpaw Sinbad, Sheik meet the Sultan of SWAT, or Sheik meet the Sluggin' Saladin? The Salim of 714? No, that's this guy in my apartment building. He's got a yappy cockapoo. Should have picked this. Babe Ruth was nicknamed the Sultan of SWAT, but of course by the time Babe left the Middle East, he was known widely as the Falafel King. Okay, pick a category.
On the big bayou in Louisiana,
Didn't know you felt that way, Cynthia.
May I introduce Touch Me Baby? 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Just step up and take a swing at this one. If the movie The Untouchables were based on the Hindu caste of the same name, what might you have seen in the movie? G-men selling cattle, G-men performing marriages, G-men handling human waste, or G-men rolling in wealth?
Let's go with handling human waste.
The Untouchables are the lowest class in the Hindu caste system and are ostracized because they handle unsavory materials in their jobs.
Yep, that's basically what my brain thought it would be.
All right, Capone, we finally got you. Boys, put down that poo and cuff him.
Category, please. Yeah, I know. You were just about to pick one. Say hello to, you say potato, I say wiener schnitzel. Get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. Put it in gear, 'cause here we go. When John F. Kennedy visited the Berlin Wall in 1963, he announced, "Ich bin ein Berliner." Considering the German translation of this phrase, where would JFK feel most at home? The McDonald's in Munich, the Hardee's in Hamburg, the Taco Bell in Bonn, or the Dunkin' Donuts in Dusseldorf?
Munich? Right?
Ich wünsche ein Happy Meal bitte.
Well, I don't know. I didn't understand the
Correct
question.
answer is, while JFK meant to say, "I am a citizen of Berlin," the German idiomatically translated to, "I am a jelly donut."
I'm here today to tell you that I am a jelly donut. And Vice President Johnson here is a medium decaf coffee.
Berliner. Right. I get it.
Okay, I need a category.
I get it. I should have figured that one out.
Step right up for question.
That was even a food question. I missed it.
Open wide and get ready for Artsy and Fartsy. This one can net you $6,000. Let's see if you can wrap your head around this. Considering the color patterns used in his art, what childhood toy most likely influenced pop artist Roy Lichtenstein? Light Bright, Etch-a-Sketch, Spirograph, or Mr. Potato Head?
Let's go with... Well, wouldn't Spirograph and Etch-a-Sketch be the same thing? So I guess Etch-a-Sketch is probably wrong there. Let's go with Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, that's not good.
Spirograph's black and white as well,
Now,
right?
I could have given you some cash if you picked this. For his comic book style
Yeah.
paintings, Roy Lichtenstein used dots to color and shade, much like a Light Bright. And if you don't like the art, you can play Twister on it. I need a category.
All I gotta do is be positive at the end of the game. It's fine. Just got that in shadow. I think it was about to time out.
Pucker up for just the right touch. Hello, we're talking $6,000, so pay attention. Okay, get those hands out of your lap and buzz in when you figure out this analogy. Squeezing at the bottom is to brushing your teeth, as squeezing at the top is to what? Preparing broccoli, choosing oranges, popping zits, or trying a sex therapy technique?
I'm gonna go with... So you squeeze the bottom of a toothpaste thing. I don't get where it's going with the rest.
The squeeze technique is a form of sex therapy to treat premature ejaculation.
What do you know?
It's a vast improvement over older methods, commonly called the ring it like an old towel technique. All right, hit me.
And hi, Wickham. Messing up. I don't think I've ever tried to pronounce your name before.
Commit this
We're talking about the narrator.
It'll save your life someday.
He's made all of these games
Would you
since,
like to touch my primate? And I
this
don't just
time.
ask anybody that question. Only really special players like you.
I don't know who this is. I'm just gonna let it go past because I lose less points that way. What? No! Alright, maybe if I just let them go past, I get 0 points, which is fine because I think I'm in the positive. I don't even know what I'm trying to get here. Speed Racer. Sure. I should have paid closer attention to the category that I was being done, but even then, I don't think I'd be able to get something correct because I just don't know who a lot of these people are, unfortunately. Oh no, it's gonna make me choose. I'm back to BJ McKay. No. Game, don't do this to me. I'm just gonna lose points. Alright. What happens if I just don't choose? The soundtrack keeps getting faster and faster. If I just don't choose, surely the game just ends, right? Let's do this. Let's do this. I can't get help, Cynthia. It doesn't work like that. No, I think it's probably gonna just repeat at this level, maybe? So I think I am gonna have to... No, it is getting a little bit more worrisome. Let's just let it do its thing. See what happens. No, okay, now that sounds exactly the same as it was in the last category. Oh.
Hey, your mama's not here to push the buttons for you, lame ass. Let's see your final score. That's the game.
There we go. It worked.
Congratulations, my friend. You made it through an entire game by yourself and you came out on top. Not many people can say that, but I know plenty of people who can say, "You don't know Jack."
Well, folks, this has been You Don't Know Jack. It has been absolutely wonderful to get a nice high score on my list. Yeah.
Great show, everybody. Lovely work as usual. Raoul, hun, what's going on now?
Nice one. You managed to slide into an empty slot on the scoreboard. Enter your name and don't gloat.
Let's put B, let's put A, let's put N, and let's put E. Now you might think that, oh, I technically got a win. It means I'm done, but...
Hey, if you want to play another game or if you want to give us a break and let us go home and pretend we have lives, let me know. Honest, we'll do whatever you want to do. No problem.
Where every reading is one you can feel good about.
So we'll let one of these ads play.
That means 2 helpings of dessert tonight.
Really?
Here at Silver Lining, you'll never see an unsettling tarot card because we've removed them all. Cups, wands, dead people on horses, all gone. Replaced with sunny, uplifting images the whole family can enjoy.
The card of smiling puppies. Wow!
Our readers provide you with accurate, ready-to-use information or your money back.
You won't notice any seats on the bus going home today, but there's one behind the lady in the blue parka.
Silver Lining Tarot Center, making the great beyond just a little bit greater.
Hey, you guys, can I put on makeup and talk about boys with you?
Ew. Gross me at the door.
All the kids used to be mean to me at school because I eat paste and wet my chair. But now I've got a My Little Doppelganger doll, and everybody loves me.
You're all gonna grow up to be drunken whores, so shove it where the sun don't shine or I'll poison your lip gloss.
They're just kidding.
I'm sorry.
It's also good for my dumb brother. Hey, Biff, Mommy said I could go to the mall with you.
Who told you to take your head out of the toilet, you little freak?
You wear girls' underwear and rub your wee-wee.
Saddle up, Tex. We're going shopping. Yeah.
And it works really great on grown-ups.
Cindy, turn off the TV and go to bed.
I'll go to bed when I'm good and ready, you pathetic nobody.
Oh, I guess a few more minutes won't hurt.
My little doppelganger is my best friend. Mwah.
Keep your gross lips off me and do something about that canker sore, would ya?
My Little Doppelganger. Also available, My Little Split Personality and My Little Addiction.
Alright. So, you might think that we are done, but technically, You Don't Know Jack is not one game. Well, it is one game, but it is a game that has 2 discs. So, we have gotten a positive score on disc 1. But what about disc 2? Let us jump into some more You Don't Know Jack, and we will find out. It was a positive score. I got $10,800. It's not bad. Shadow can come up with, you know, some crazy shenanigans of himself. That's fine.
Gordy, I thought you were going to talk to the sponsors about this.
60 seconds.
They should know.
Kiss my...
I'm sorry.
Hey there, let's see how you score on this first question. How many people are playing the game? Number 1 player. Hey, don't sweat it. One's better than nothing, right?
Oh yeah, it would have been
Alright,
amazingly
so you
negative
won
if I tried the last
question.
part.
Thanks, you're a real peach there, babe. Okay, when you know an answer, buzz in. All right, take a deep breath. Hey, let's get this show on the road, everybody!
Okay, pick a category.
Why, Shadow? Do you just not like me?
This one's called Minor Characters in the Major Leagues. $1,000 if you get it. Heads up, here it comes. If the Los Angeles Dodgers baseball team signed literary character the Artful Dodger, at which aspect of the game would he excel? Rushing off home plate, batting cleanup, stealing bases, or throwing strikes?
I don't know, Artful Dodger sounds kind of steely to me. Let's go for it.
Dodger is one of Fagin's crew of young thieves in Oliver Twist.
There you go.
He'd probably also be good at the pickoff and pinch hitting. Category, please.
Good choice, Shadow.
For your enjoyment, those stupid French
Indeed, Marvin.
people. You give me a right answer, I give you $3,000. Hey, wouldn't it be great to go to a museum and look at the mummy of the beautiful and fabled Egyptian Queen Cleopatra? Well, too bad, because the French lost it. Because you should always begin looking for a lost item where you last remember having it, how should French authorities begin searching for Cleopatra's mummy? By digging through Hollywood prop rooms, by dragging the Parisian sewers, by combing the Sahara Desert, or by searching Manhattan's Central Park?
This would involve me knowing far more about Cleopatra than I do, but let's do Paris.
Cleopatra's mummy was accidentally dumped into the Paris sewer in the 1940s. I guess somebody mistook the old dusty wrappings for used toilet paper. Oh, come on, you were thinking it too. Okay, I need a category. And I believe this one's called Guys with 9-Inch Nails. And it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Let's see how you handle this one. If rock band 9-Inch Nails changed its name to the technical term for a 9-inch nail, what might you hear fans chanting at their next concert? 9-inch screws! 9-inch brads! 9-inch bricks! Or 9-inch spikes!
Brads, I guess?
No, brad is the smallest of the nail family,
Oh.
so that's what you'd hear at a 1-inch nail concert. For the curious, here's the right answer. Any nail over 6 inches long is called a spike. How soon do you think it'll be before their fans start showing up with 9-inch spikes through their lips? I need a category.
You can't stop at 3, no, you gotta head for, yeah.
This category's known as, it's not music, it's just noise. And you pocket 2,000 bucks if you get this one. Flex those fingers, cause here it comes. If you apply the pH scale to your radio, what type of music would send it to 0? Heavy metal, acid rock, light jazz, or deep house?
I mean, like, wouldn't it just be neutral?
Heavy
Sure.
metal. Ooh, don't drop it on your score. In case
Oh,
you're
it'd be
wondering,
acid because pH is about
scale
acid
measures the
scale.
acidity,
Right.
so acid rock
Right.
rate is 0.
Right,
or
you
strongly
freaking
acid.
moron. You knew the answer and you just was like, it's not acidic because it's 0. Oh,
Right,
wow.
hit me.
Wow. pH of 7 is neutral. Wow, so I was even wrongery. I think Shadow actually got that before you, Marvin, but I'll take you this time.
Introduce what? Get it right, I'm handing over 2K. Okay, most of us are aware of the hearing loss suffered by the composer Ludwig van Beethoven. But did you know he's back and playing in your community orchestra? Say during a concert, Beethoven mishears the conductor and plays a chicken instead of a cello. If the music says for him to play pizzicato, what will he do to the chicken? He'll rub it lightly, he'll pluck it, he'll hit it with great force, or he'll pass a bow across it.
I don't know.
Pizzicato is the plucking of strings on an instrument.
Good work, me. I love getting the random ones correct in
that would have gotten
round
him
1.
arrested. Okay, pick a category. Say hello to... What the fork? How does $2,000 sound? Okay, you're at a formal dinner party and you're trying to navigate all the silverware. Try not to tuck the tablecloth into your pants and complete the following missing link.
I listen to music
Fork, dinner
sometimes at
fork,
2
blank,
times
blank,
speed,
blank,
so...
dinner knife, fish knife, soup spoon. Should it be salad fork plate, salad knife, snail fork plate, oyster knife, dessert fork plate, butter knife, or lobster fork bib nutcracker? Butter knife. You think the hostess will mind?
I'd never heard of a salad
Let's
knife,
take a look at the right answer.
but I guess that
Formal
makes
plate
sense.
setting, the salad fork and knife are closest to the plate. Or you could forget the whole thing and bring your own plastic spork from Taco Bell.
Yeah, sometimes, Marvin.
Category, please.
Even worse, I've subjected chat to it in an intro before, and they haven't even known. It does. I also listen to it at normal speed a lot of the
fifth
time.
little piggy has a bladder problem.
Then why not
$1,000 at
experiment?
stake on this one. Hey, you know that children's nursery rhyme about this little piggy? Well, what did the third little piggy do? Eat roast beef, go to market, squeal all the way home, or
This little
have
piggy went to
none?
market. This little piggy ate roast beef. This little piggy had none. Yeah.
Third little piggy ate roast beef. Yeah, in a lesser-known nursery rhyme sequel, a bunch of little cows exact revenge by holding a pork chop feast. Okay, I need a category.
That doesn't count as a food. Sure. Let's go for it. Oh, you're so fast, Shadow. My gosh. And your ping to me should be way worse than Marvin's.
Getting lost in the translation. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. Okay, listen up. Imagine the Greek mathematician Archimedes was your high school principal. If Principal Archimedes wanted to test how dense his students were, which experiment might calculate their density? Having them pass gas into balloons, slicing them in half to measure their width, submerging them in water and weighing them, or dropping them from a cliff and timing them?
If I get this one wrong, I will be incredibly surprised. The answer is quite clearly.
According to Archimedes' principle, the density of an object can be calculated by seeing how much water it displaces in order to measure its volume. then weighing
Worth
it.
pointing out that Worm's German.
I don't
blah,
think
blah,
I
but-
want to be around when he's inserting the thermometers to find out how cool the kids are. I need a category.
Aloha, question number 9.
Okay, give it up for TNA bombs. $3,000 for this one. Hey, remember that 1980 film, The Nude Bomb, where Maxwell Smart tries to save the world from a bomb that'll vaporize clothing? If the man who performed the first controlled nuclear reaction were to perform a controlled nude bomb reaction, what would we see? Don Adams in his birthday suit, Enrico Fermi au naturel, No, Oppenheimer is responsible for the first uncontrolled nuclear reaction called the atomic bomb. And hey, speaking of bombs...
It'd be Enola Gay then?
Here's what you should have picked. In 1942, Enrico Fermi achieved the first controlled nuclear reaction, which eventually led to the atomic bomb. Judging from the nude pictures I've seen of Enrico, I'd say he's anything but Fermi. All right, hit me. Yeah, I knew there was something about you I liked. You just chose a three-way.
Hopefully this isn't about Hanson the band.
Okay, listen up. This is pretty simple. You're gonna see a three-way like this one. Oh, geez, I guess somebody's not nervous about this. Well then, let's see what we've got waiting for you. This lovely three-way goes by the category of you win some, you Hanson. Your three-way involves those delightful Hanson lads, Isaac, Taylor, and Zach. Time to bust a move. Good luck.
Alright. Taylor? No, Isaac. Well, it's gotta be Taylor, right? Oh, come on. That would be hilarious. Alright. Oh, really? It's Isaac again? Jesus. Yep. It's the Tim the Toolman Taylor. We still haven't had a Zach yet. Alright. Really? It's Zach Taylor? Okay.
That's all. Now catch your breath while we see how you did. You're the best and not the worst, but let's see how your overall score looks. Okay, either you finished round one or you have another round to go. You know, depending on how you look at these things. Now remember, everything in round two is worth double, so heads up.
I had significantly better score going to round two last time, though.
Okay, pick a category.
Don't look now. It's question 11.
Now serving coffee, tea, or Steven Seagal. This one can net you $6,000. Okay, here's the pitch. Big commercial airline, innocent passengers, terrorists. And here's the catch. The flight attendant, Steven Seagal. In order to save them from the terrorists, Steven decides to throw the passengers out of the plane in mid-flight. If he were to try to rip open the emergency exit, what would happen? Everybody would be sucked out of the plane, their heads would burst like ripe melons, the plane would implode, or he wouldn't be able to open the door.
He wouldn't be able to open the door, right?
Since the pressure inside of a plane is so great and airline emergency doors only open inward, no human, not even Steven, would be able to open it. Next time we'll discuss the effects of gravity on Steven's muscle tone. Category, please. Hey, that slow and steady wins the race crap doesn't fly around here.
Sorry, you are way too late there, Cynthia.
The selection is Post-No Bill Paxton's. You get 4,000 clams for this one. Okay, imagine this. Bill Paxton, star of the movie Twister, decides to adopt the name of another tornado wrangler. How will he sign his name? Buffalo Bill Paxton, Pecos Bill Paxton, Wild Bill Paxton, or Mr. Bill Paxton?
Let's go with Wild Bill, because, like, it would be wild to do that.
Wild Bill Hickok was the sharpshooter who was murdered while playing poker. From now on, I'll just call you Deadeye, Dick. Well, looks like I'm needing to get out my big L brand for loser. Pecos Bill was the folk hero who lassoed a Twister. Frankly, I'd rather lasso Helen Hunt. Okay, I need a category.
Swing your partner 1 in 3. A do-si down for the big 13.
Shake hands with songs that require tight pants for men. Hello, we're talking $6 grand, so pay attention. Hope you brought your suit. It's time to get wet. Considering its melody's origins, what would be the most appropriate activity to perform while singing the Star-Spangled Banner at a ball?
I don't know what the Star-Spangled Banner's origins are. I'm not American!
Musical, shotgunning a beer, or praying to God for a win.
Shotgunning a beer.
The Star-Spangled Banner's melody was originally an English drinking song.
There you go. Also not
Can
British.
You see? I need a category.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't have to push it. Does that count as a correct food question?
This one likes to go by bestiality and dropping balls. One right answer and $6,000 head your way. All right, let's say you have a big New Year's
the kind of
party
beer
with a
I
lot of
drink is
champagne
definitely
and things
food.
get a little out of hand. If all your pets got pregnant on New Year's Day, which one would go into labor around Labor Day?
I don't know when Labor Day
the horse,
is.
or the sheep?
This requires far more knowledge than anyone would know. Let's go with the hippo.
The hippo's gestation period is about 8 months, so this hippo will go into labor around Labor Day. But the really amazing thing is, the baby's got your nose. All right, hit me. I got some good news for you. You're about to move into a dis or dat. This dis or dat's category name is Precious Sitcom Characters. Now listen up, I'm gonna read off 7 names, and for each one I want you to tell me whether it's the name of a birthstone or the name of a Cosby Show character.
Dear.
If the name is that of a birthstone, hit the square. If it's a Cosby Show character, hit the circle, and press the triangle button. Oh, I see, you've got this thing down. Well, I'll put 30 seconds on the clock then. Let's go in. Pearl, Opal, Ruby, Sun, Rudy.
Okay, they are actually like really easy. I was way overthinking that. I should have gotten that 100%. I was like, maybe they're gonna be stone names that aren't birthstones, was what I was thinking. So I should have destroyed that category. Godzilla.
This little number's known as Don't Go There, Godzilla. $2,000 for a correct answer. Think fast. If all of Godzilla's movie foes formed a lynch mob to get revenge, which of the following Disney characters might lead the way? Dumbo, Cinderella, Bambi, or Mickey Mouse?
Lynch mob to get away. Which one would follow? Okay.
Dumbo? Anything I said to you right now would be way...
I didn't actually get the question.
Bet you wish you'd pick this. Bambi versus Godzilla. Oh, yes, it's an actual movie. Personally, I'd like to see Godzilla go up against Barney. Category, please.
Well, now I have a Godzilla movie to watch, I suppose.
On the big bayou in Louisiana, question 17.
The category is God Shave the Queen. How does $4,000 grab you? You know, nicknames can really hurt. When I was a kid, people used to call me Shortbread. Well, suppose that Queen Elizabeth I was none too happy with her nickname. What would have been the best way for England's Queen Elizabeth I to lose her nickname? Stop eating at Dairy Queen, have sex with the members of Queen, break things off with Queen Latifah, or rent an apartment in Queens? Stop eating at Dairy Queen? You know, I bet if they called her the Fat Queen, they didn't say it to her face. For the curious, here's the right answer. A good romp in the sack with the members of Queen could make people stop calling Queen Elizabeth I the Virgin Queen. But that could pose a sexual preference issue. I heard she doesn't really go for 70s glam rockers. Okay, I need a category. Here we have, hey, no biting. Set up straight. This one's worth $6,000. Let's rock. Oh no, you've been attacked by Count Facula. What are your symptoms? You're burned to a crisp, you're a list of frequently asked questions, you're covered in chocolate, or you've been transformed into a scrotum.
I think it's scrotum for some reason.
No,
okay.
That would be Count Sacula.
Why did I think
you're
that?
wondering, a facula is an extra bright spot on the sun, so it's either get bit by Count Dracula in the dead of
I don't
night,
know what I was
or
thinking
kill
of.
him with sunlight and risk getting burned
I've
to
got
death
scrotum
by
on the
Count
brain.
Facula. Man,
There we go.
you just cannot win. I need a category.
All right, I'm taking the executive thing here.
The category? Who's Atari now? Play your cards right, you win $4,000. Okay,
Indeed,
PlayStation freak, think back to your first video console. You're playing asteroids on your Atari 2600, but instead of shooting asteroids, you have to shoot the faces of people who have asteroids named after them. Whom will you get to shoot? Ringo Starr, Ziggy Stardust, Jefferson Starship, or Keith Moon?
Nuh-uh.
Ringo Starr?
Let's take a look at the right answer. Ringo Starr, along with the rest of the Beatles, has an actual asteroid named after him. So you could walk up to Ringo and go, "Hey Ringo, you asteroid." All right, hit me.
No, I get what he's saying, Blam. He's saying something similar, Blam, which is, every Australian will know what a palmy or a palmer is, but depending on where they're from, it's
Coming
different.
at you, 40 minutes in line.
I get what he's
equals
talking
fun.
about.
Think you can handle $6,001 bills? Hey, you've heard of the Six Flags Magic Mountain theme park, right? Well, if there were a theme park based on Thomas Mann's novel, The Magic Mountain, what name would be the best choice for the roller coaster? The Sanatorium, the Land of Fantasy, the Decapitator, or the Abbey?
What? I'm gonna do this.
Thomas Mann's The Magic Mountain takes place in a tuberculosis sanatorium.
Well, that was good. I just tried to randomly hit all 4 buttons at once, and we got it. We got it. Yeah, it doesn't mean Blob is right in any way. Just I understand where he's coming from. Oh, I did hit that square, Cynthia, but it was just a little too late. So now I have to deal with a random Jack attack as opposed to the one you were going to give me.
You're a
About to embark on the attack. Hit your buzzer when you see 2 words on the screen that match. $2,000 if you're right.
Can you give me the category again? Because I didn't get a chance to read
So
the category
hard as long
before.
as you remember this. Remember the clue. It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. What are you gonna be when you grow up?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's...
if you grow
is
up,
this the
child.
same...
Alright, here we go.
Oh, it's the same... Okay, this one doesn't count then. I thought that the different discs would have different questions. I would argue that I could have... Actually, let's get 2 of these wrong. And then we'll let it time out. So that way we got the same amount... as if we did the same thing that we did on the last thing. But yeah, this is a different disc. So I think that maybe the different discs have the same questions, but different banter? That doesn't seem very realistic. Or, because these don't require like a bunch of voiceover work, maybe these are the same between discs. But, so traditionally, and I wonder if this is also an emulation thing. So traditionally, this game would have read my save from the other disc. But because this is an emulator, maybe it can only access the save for this particular game, and it doesn't necessarily know that saves from other games exist. Like, for instance, I know that PlayStation games have difficulty. Like, if you try to play Metal Gear Solid 1 on an emulator, traditionally the Psycho Mantis cutscene, he would read your saves and he would comment on like saves that were in your memory card. But even if you have saved those games on an emulator, he can't read those saves on an emulator. So I wonder if I'm wondering if that's the case. Yeah, we didn't reset the emulator. But yeah, it did say that it saved to its memory card. It did like a little pop-up. It'll do it again. You'll see it on screen, at the top of the screen at the end of this section. But yeah,
How could you suck so bad when you're playing by yourself? Let's see where you ended up. That's the game.
Cool.
Player, I couldn't have done a better job myself. But then, I wasn't playing by myself, was I? But seriously, player, and I don't say this to just everybody.
so yeah, we'll see whether or not we have the same scoreboard, because we should, in theory, it should read the save, and it should, in theory, have the same scoreboard.
Very nice work, people. Let's get those commercials going. Raul, hon, we doing
Bane
this
only
again?
wins or cheats or cheeses.
Scoreboard, you know what
Yeah,
that
no,
means?
it's the empty scoreboard.
You get to feel good about
So,
yourself until somebody else plays the game. Enter your handle, homeboy.
So I think it's only going to be the end questions that are going to be like potentially the same, because I think anything with heavy voice acting, it could like I don't even think the this or that or the 3 ways have the potential to be the same. So it's probably quite literally just the end questions.
That's a pretty name. Hey, if you want to play again, just let me know whenever you're ready, alright?
Pet Cemetery.
See, and in the top you will see.
Call 1-800-293-7768
I know it's gonna do it this time.
and ask about our unique
There it is.
pre-need
See, saved to
funeral
memory card.
planning services. That's 1-800-BUY-SPOT.
Mommy, do they have squeaky toys in heaven? I'm sure they do.
Heavenly Critters Pet Cemetery. For those times when your love doesn't fit in a shoebox.
There's a killer in your house, and it's lurking right under your feet. Learn about killer carpets tonight.
Boys, you haven't seen realistic battle action until you've seen medieval tech action figures. More weapons, more scenarios.
And these dolls are made out of the toughest plastic.
They're not dolls, they're action figures.
Are they small representations of the human form?
Yes.
Then they're dolls. And they come with mix and match fashion accessories.
That's removable battle armor, and they have action grip hands.
Perfect for tea parties.
Medieval tech action figures. They're not dolls!
Come on, kids. It's time to go to science.
Oh no. Let's reset. I just hit the I just hit the 7 question rather than 21. Yeah, I have a fairly similar story to you, Blubber, which, you know, we're having certain similarities. My family came over to escape Nazi persecution because they were persecuted by Nazis even though they were Germans, because they were very anti...
I do not care to discuss the nature of my relationship with Mr. Burrow.
They were very anti the current situation, and they also had we were part of like a, not exactly a famous family, but an influential family, so it was kind of a big deal. So.
All right, let's go, everybody. We're gonna start.
Okay,
let's go.
Category.
Yeah, so. Vox, Lux, Nox, Ox. Alright, let's go for it, Cynthia.
Well, looks like this category is Vox, Lux, Nox, Ox. Get it right, I'm handing over 2K. You know, I've always wanted one of those voice ID locks, where just by speaking, a computer identifies you and lets you in. Wouldn't that be sweet? Imagine that Mel Blanc, the great voice artist, had a voice identification lock on his front door. If it could identify all of the voices he did, who would not be able to get into his house? Tweaky the Robot Kid from Knight Rider, Tweety, or Barney Rubble?
Let's try Tweety.
Oh, don't tell me, Tweety. You thought you saw a correct answer. For the curious,
it'd be
here's
Barney
the right
Rubble, right?
answer. The only character
Never
listed
mind.
whose voice Mel Blanc didn't do is that car, equally at home in Le Mans and Mensa, Kit. But Kit could probably just ram through the door, which just goes to prove that no home security device can keep out a car that really wants to get in.
They'll do all the Looney Tunes. That's pretty cool.
Category, please.
I know Blubber will potentially have a different answer, but with an Anglo Christmas.
This one's called He's Not Frosty, He's My Snowman. This one's worth $1,000.
But some of the, because our entire family came over.
If Frosty the Snowman's temperature were 0 on the Kelvin scale, what could you call him? Frosty the boiling puddle of water, Frosty the melting snowman, Frosty the diffuse cloud of condensed vapor, or Frosty the absolute zero man?
0 on the Kelvin scale.
Zero Kelvin is known as absolute zero and is roughly minus 460 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Also known as real damn cold. Okay, I need a category.
Thanks, Marvin.
No, don't trouble yourself. I'll get it. For your enjoyment, bad parts of the cow. How does $2,000 sound? Hey, you know Sam the Butcher from the Brady Bunch, right? Well, say Sam wants to be alone with Alice. If he asks to meet her in an area of high crime and corrupt business, where might Alice say she's going? I'm meeting Sam by the Tenderloin, Sam and I are meeting at the Sirloin Tips, I'm off to see Sam by the Sweetbreads, or Sam is meeting me at the Rump Roast. No.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the right answer.
I didn't really get the question.
New York and San Francisco both have legendary tenderloins. The areas were nicknamed because corrupt cops made lots of easy cash.
That
No,
would be
Sam
why I
wants to
didn't get
meet
the
her
question.
there. Well, Sam always was the romantic one. I need a category.
Alrighty. Well, do you have some Polish food? Access to Polish food? You know that I like food,
And
Cynthia,
I
right?
believe this one's
Maybe
called
it's not apparent to you that I like food.
$2,000 for a correct answer.
But-
You know, sometimes they say your worst enemy is yourself. Well, that's what they say. If Godzilla's next film featured the giant lizard fighting its namesake, what might the movie's title be? Godzilla versus a Shinto god? Godzilla versus the rotund movie technician? Godzilla versus the screenwriter's mother? Or Godzilla versus the giant false penis? Shinto god. Interesting you should guess this, because if you switch the T and the N in Shinto... Hey, got a minute? Take a look at a right answer. The name Godzilla comes from a Japanese word that sort of means gorilla, which was the nickname of a particularly large techie at the movie studio. Yeah, it was really touch and go there. For a while, they were going to call the giant Japanese monster Best Boy. All right,
Yeah, I like that joke too, Strudel. It got me pretty good. You can make pierogi? Jesus. Amazing.
This category is known as Kids' Toys We'd Really Like to See. $2,000 says you don't know this one. Just step up and take a swing at this one. Say Disney produced a version of The Hunchback of Notre Dame that had the same ending as the novel. What piece of marketing would we see? Dead Raskolnikov action figure? Dead Esmeralda action figure? Dead Jean Valjean action figure? Or dead Hunchback action figure?
The women usually die in these old things.
At the end of the novel, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Esmeralda is executed.
The Dead Esmeralda action figure. Detachable entrails and autopsy kit sold separately.
Okay, pick a category. May I introduce legitimate sex research or just another penis joke? I'm giving out $3 grand for a right answer. Experts agree that the work of researchers Masters and Johnson contributed greatly to our understanding of human sexuality. But what I want to know is this. Not counting last names, how many Johnsons did Masters and Johnson have between them? None, 1, 2, or 3?
If Johnson is Johnson and let's go with 3.
3? Sorry, the one that took D batteries doesn't count.
Oh, one of them was a
Here's
woman.
what you should have picked.
Right.
Dr. Virginia Johnson and Dr. William Masters had 1 Johnson between them. Literally,
makes sense.
they were married for 15 years. Category, please. Say hello to turn-offs, money changers, people who smoke. And it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. You know, December 25th is widely considered to be the birthday of Jesus of Nazareth. So tell me, what sign is Jesus? Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, or Aquarius?
Capricorn?
If he was born on December 25th, then Jesus would be a Capricorn. Capricorn's dominant traits are honesty, patience, and the ability to walk on water. Okay, I need a category. Open wide and get ready for It All Started With My Mother. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Put it in gear, cause here we go. Which of these superheroes' reasons for fighting crime is the best example of the Freudian concept of sublimation? Captain Marvel being chosen by his elders, the Phantom inheriting the job from Dad, Batman avenging his parents' murder, or Spider-Man getting bit by a radioactive bug?
I don't know. But it's Freudian, so let's do
Special
that.
delivery, have some bad news for you.
The correct answer is... sublimation occurs when aggressive impulses are altered and expressed in more acceptable ways. So basically, all that truth and justice crap is a defense mechanism against hatred and madness. Now that's the stuff of heroes. I need a category. Whoa, sorry to wake
Oh, but
you,
you
but
got
we
you got there
work to do here.
like a tenth of a second too late.
Pucker up for. Take that, Satan's throw pillow. Get it right, I'm handing over 2K. Let's see if you can wrap your head around this. Which of the following attack films does not exist? Attack of the Evil Office Supplies, Attack of the 60-Foot Centerfold,
I'm gonna go with Evil
Attack of
Office
the Muscle
Supplies.
People, or Attack of the Killer Refrigerator? Attack of the Evil Office Supplies.
Oh no, not the staple remover!
I'd heard of pretty much all the others.
All right, hit me.
I used to watch terrible movies as a kid. I'm gonna skip you over there, Shadow.
For this one, it's a three-way.
I figured you wouldn't mind.
Okay, this is simple, but hear me out anyway. You're gonna see a three-way like this one. If you buzz in when the... Oh, okay. Well, we're off. This three-way is known as bodily fluids. Well, there's nothing I like more than bodily fluids. That came out wrong. Anyway, this three-way is gonna be about blood, sweat, and tears. Looks like this is it. Here's your three-way.
Perspiration is sweat.
Woohoo!
Menstruation is technically blood, I guess. Tears for cutting onions, alright. Type AB is blood. Causes rosy cheeks. Tears, I guess. No, okay. When you're sad. Oh, right. Blood going to the surface causes, rosy cheeks. I knew that.
Okay, must
I knew
can't
that.
take it anymore. Let's see how everyone did. You're the best and not the worst, but let's see how your overall score looks.
Yay, we're in the positive.
Okay, we're halfway home. Let's see how round 2 treats you. Now remember, everything in round 2 is worth double, so heads up. Okay, pick a category.
Alright, champ.
Don't look now. It's question 11.
Okay, give it up for Expansion Team Fever. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Hey, sports fans, did you ever turn on the TV looking for a ball game and come across an expansion team you've never heard of? Say you find a game between the Los Angeles Lakers and the Cardiff Giants. If the announcer talked about a Cardiff Giant, what would he most appropriately say about him? He covers his man like a huge sweater. He flew to the hoop like a prehistoric bird. He blocked the lane like a big stone statue. Or he's as tall as an Asian mountain.
I don't get it. Let's do huge sweater, because Cardiff cardigan.
A huge sweater? That'd be the Cardigan Giant.
Look, I thought it was maybe maybe cardigans came from Cardiff.
The Cardiff Giant was supposedly a fossilized giant. It was later revealed that it was just a stone statue meant to fool people. Statue or not, I'll bet he still shoots free throws better than Shaq.
It was one of those ones where if I had have thought of it like logically, I would have been able to get the answer, but so many of the answers to this game have been like fairly illogical in their own way.
I'm getting a reading of 12. Over.
Now serving famous rulers drunk off of their asses. Get a right answer, you're walking away with $4 grand. Heads up, here it comes. Considering the fact that his or her people were one of the earliest recorded producers of alcohol, which of these scenarios most likely happened? Ivan the Terrible drinking a Black Russian, King Tut is the first underage drinker, Julius Caesar doing a beer bong, or Marie Antoinette whining too much head?
Well...
Since the Egyptians are one of the earliest recorded producers of alcohol, King Tut is gonna get loaded. And who's gonna stop him? The last guy who carted him got his brains yanked out through his nose. Okay, I need a cat.
I actually knew that one, it was good. I just was trying to see if I was gonna get, like, screwed over by that one.
The selection is, we'll work for mana. You get 4,000 clams for this one. Hey, in today's world of corporate downsizing, anyone could find themselves panhandling next week, even figures from the Old Testament. You're at a stoplight and you see Isaac's son Esau by the roadside with a sign asking for food. Considering his actions in the Bible, which message might you expect to see on the sign? We'll kill brother for food, we'll spy on drunk naked father for food, we'll trade inheritance for food, or we'll wrestle God for food.
I'm guessing it's not wrestle God. Let's do kill brother. There was a lot of brother killing.
That's not it.
In case you're wondering, Esau gave his birthright and inheritance to his younger brother Jacob in exchange for some lousy stew. Well, I guess it wasn't so much lousy stew as it was a bucket filled with soapy water and a squeegee. I need a category.
But it's a food question. Oh, thanks both of you. I appreciate it.
Shake hands with, you stud. How does $2,000 sound? Let's see how you handle this.
Ready to take over in 5, Death said?
Find in the general stud book. Fancy buttons, hardware supplies, thoroughbred racehorses, or porn stars.
Definitely porn stars.
Happy trails.
What? The stud is a hardware
The
thing.
right answer. The general stud book traces the pedigrees of thoroughbred racehorses back to 1690. Yeah, and if you like a good trashy read now and again like I do, I recommend it. Some of those horses have a lot of sex.
No, Death said don't need to take an extra 5. We'll be all good, I think. It'll be close to that. We've already finished the game, technically speaking, so... We're just in overtime at this point.
Oh, look what I've done, player one. Just for you, I've gone and picked a dis or dat. The category for this dis or dat question is
My pronunciation is terrible, yes. Death's Head rather than Death's Shed.
For each one, I want you to tell me if it's one of the 3 wise
Yeah, it's
men
probably
from
10
the
minutes left at
Bible
most
or a
anyway,
character
like
from the
Shannon
Power
just said.
Rangers TV show. As each one comes up, if it's a wise man, press the square button. If it's a Power Rangers character, use the circle button. And if you want to skip one, hit the triangle
I used to watch Power Rangers. I don't know if I would remember any of their names. Kimberly? Maybe, of course, I would remember the only one that I cared about, but...
Let's go in. Caspar, wise man. Goldar.
Ranger.
Aisha.
Ranger.
Zordon.
Ranger.
Melchior.
Wise man.
Balthazar.
Wise man.
Trini.
Ranger. Oh yeah.
Hello, 7 out of 7. Let's throw that into your total. Now, that does not suck. Let's move on. Okay, pick a category.
No flag flare, unfortunately not. Jake would hate this game, I think.
This one likes to go by, and you thought they were morons. $2,000 for a correct answer. All right, the next time someone tries to tell you the Three Stooges are lowbrow, well, they'll probably be right. Still, imagine the scenario. Suppose Larry flings a pie at Moe in order...
Alright, well, that seems fine. Yeah, go... Oh, right. Death said, yeah, go live now. That's what I do. I go live, and then the host happens a little bit after. So yeah. But yeah, if someone could go and join Death's Head stream just to make sure. Also, Death's Head, if you don't have VODs enabled, please enable your VODs. Or you could do what I do when it comes to volume and just wing it at the very end. And yeah, just let me know when Death's Heads is ready, and then we'll switch the host over. I'm more than happy for you to cut me off in the middle. I'll wrap this game up on my channel, but yeah. So let's get back into that.
To demonstrate Newton's first law of motion. Assuming they're in a vacuum, what will the pie do? Would it move backwards in time, propel Larry sideways, lose heat to surrounding pies, or fly evenly until stopped by Moe's fate? According to Newton's first law of motion, an object will continue to move in a straight line and at a constant speed until something interferes with it. And since they're in a vacuum, this will happen right before Moe suffocates to death, and everyone will have a good laugh. Category, please.
I'm going to take the executive thing on a Qubit question. Since, did we dodge Qubit? I think we dodged Qubit.
Hubert was a weasel. $2,000 says you don't know this one. Flex those fingers.
I would agree with that, Flag Player.
Comes. Because the animal represented in the title does not actually appear in the game, which of the following video game titles is a misnomer? Frogger, Sonic the Hedgehog, Donkey Kong, or Centipede?
The animal represented in the what? Is Sonic not a hedgehog in Sonic the Hedgehog?
What did you think Sonic the Hedgehog was? A chicken?
Donkey Kong's in Donkey Kong. There's a centipede in Centipede.
The main animal character in Donkey Kong is a big ape.
Oh, not a donkey.
Man,
right.
This game really made an ass out of himself. Okay.
That was terrible.
The category is I see London, I see France, and it's worth $2,000.
You fell for the obvious blunder.
Uh-oh, Calvin Klein is at it again. For his next fashion statement, Calvin Klein rips holes in the butts of his pants. Because his idea echoes the plot of this movie, what should be the name of Calvin's new line of designer jeans? Giant, A Taste of Honey, So Fine, or Fanny and Alexander?
Fanny, because, like, that's a butt thing?
Fanny and Alexander? Hey, that's a crime in some states. Here's what you should have picked. So Fine, starring Ryan O'Neal, is about a fashion craze started by some guy who rips a hole in the rear end of his pants. I think this new fashion has also given Calvin an idea for a bold new fragrance. I need a category.
Shadow better be picking Circle here. That's what I thought.
Here we have...
Likes, showing my breasts. Dislikes, being objectified.
Hello, we're talking $6,000, so pay attention. Hope you brought your suit. It's time to get wet. If the magazine Playboy released an issue based on the play Playboy of the Western World, how would Playmate Christy Mann appear as the centerfold? A bare-naked woman with no arms, a nude woman with really large breasts, an unclothed Bronco rider, or a naked guy who kills his dad?
Let's go with Bronco Rider. I have no idea. It's purely guesswork.
Ride him, horsey! Ow, 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 ow.
Alright, we're in the negative.
The correct answer is...
We've got two questions left.
Lead character in Playboy of the Western World. He kills his father, and yeah, he's a guy. Yep, there's nothing sexier than a naked murderer.
I need to, with this next question, I need to get it right. And then we could idle out. No, we can't idle out. So, no, regardless, we can't idle out. So, we will be playing the Jack Attack.
The category? The belch heard round the world. One right answer and $6,000 head your way. Imagine this. Archie Bunker has decided he's the king of his castle and everyone else can go to hell. Archie decides to defend his turf like the colonists did in the Battle of Bunker Hill. What would be his first action? Build a fort on his neighbor's front porch, have Meathead attack on Christmas morning, make Gloria fell a tree to block the sidewalk, or send Edith on a midnight ride?
There was one that did attack on Christmas morning. I don't know if that's Bunker Hill specifically. So let's go with that.
You were planning on using that cash, were you?
Okay, so this is going to be a negative
Now,
game.
I could have given you some cash.
I don't
if
think you
picked
get.
this.
I don't think you get
The Battle
12
of Bunker
questions.
Hill actually took place right next door on Breeds Hill. Besides, what do the Jeffersons care? They'll be moving on up just as soon as the battle's over. Okay,
All right.
category.
Let's go for it. It's time.
You're about to embark on the attack. Hit your buzzer when you see two words on the screen that match. $2,000 if you're right, 2,000 off if you're wrong. It's not so hard as long as you remember this.
Remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Color my world. I'm gonna rock your world in a second here. Good luck.
Alright, sunlight. Should be like yellow, I guess? There we go. Cheese Whiz should also be yellow, right? Or is Cheese Whiz white? No, okay. Cheese Whiz is orange, okay, got it. Rembrandt is a blue? No idea. Quick, base quick is chocolate. Toilet duck is blue. Heinz ketchup is red. Sealed Gladlock bag. What? Rembrandt. Nope, not black, not orange. It's white. There you go. Why did I do skid marks? Lol. Well, there we go. I lost a lot of points.
So bad when you're playing by yourself. Let's see where you ended up.
Thank you very much for watching, folks.
You know, in its own way, that score is impressive. Most people need industrial wind tunnels to suck that hard. While you're basking in your own special glory, let me remind you of this. You don't know Jack!
Hopefully, Death's Head is ready to go live. Please let me know.
I have not seen a show this good since 1950. Never mind, roll the credits. Hey, Raul, are we playing again?
Nice one. You slid into an empty slot on the high scoreboard. Kind of like getting into college off the wait list. Enter your name, please.
There's always a VOD. Yeah, ready to hand over, go straight for it. Bye, folks. Have a fantastic time. See you in Death's Head's stream.
Well, I hope that bolstered your self-esteem. If not, I highly recommend a life devoted to booze and women. Hey, if you want to play again, just let me know
I
whenever
have
you're
dinner
ready,
to eat,
all right?
Shadow.
On Zenora, Queen of Battle, a plan is hatched.
Zenora, what should we do?
We'll have to make them think we're enemies. Quick, fake a cat fight.
Ah, my hair!
And a friendship is strengthened.
That cat fight got me so dusty.
Here, let me give you a sponge bath.
All on the next Zenora.
Not happening. Not
See
happening.
what's inside this month's Just for Her
Alright, what are you even doing up,
Sexy
Shadow?
hair
It's
day.
pretty late at your time, right? Or is it because it's early? I don't know. I don't know how the Americans
12
work.
tips for a sexy belly button. 5 personality traits you should always
Alright,
have.
I'll probably be back tomorrow in the daytime with some board game stuff, because that'll be fun. We'll see how it goes. Thank you very much for watching, folks, and I will see you all later.